UTRGV. It's Noah Bijiruwami for Chicago State. Vaqueros win the tip, and we are underway. Merrick Nelson has the ball, handed off for Justin Johnson. There's Xavier Johnson for Adewumi. Mike Adewumi along the baseline, stops, feeds Merrick Nelson into the lane. He draws a foul while in the act of shooting, and I think you heard the name of pretty much everybody who's out there, as all 5 Vaqueros touched the ball. So now you know their starters. Chicago State starting Dominique Alexander, Bryce Johnson, Brandon Betson, Corian Russian, and Noah Bijiruwami. Justin Johnson has the ball in the wing. 10 on the shot clock. Johnson stops, puts it up with the right hand short. Rebound Alexander, here come the Cougars. Get it inside for Russian. Can't get it to fall. And there's a foul on the rebound. It's on Bijiruwami. And he's already got 2 fouls in 42 seconds. So Favor Chukwukelku is coming in, and Bijiruwami takes a seat.
That's not a good start there for Chicago State. One of their starters already having to sit early in this one. Not even a minute has passed. So let's see how much this changes the game plan here for Coach Gillian.
Justin Johnson feeds Merrick Nelson for Doc Nelson. Justin Johnson for Xavier Johnson. Stops, pops, he got fouled. That's on Brandon Betson. And that's 3 quickly on Chicago State. We're 63 seconds in. Well, UTRGV would like to try and get 2 on Betson, huh? He had the game-winning shot against California Baptist. All 10 of his points in the second half of that game. Johnson hits the first free throw, first point of the game. Johnson better than 91% from the line. And a former Chicago State Cougar to boot. Played there the last 2 years, their leading scorer. Graduate transfer to UTRGV. Alexander for Bukelu now comes inside. There's Johnson. Offensive foul. Adewumi draws the charge. 4 fouls on Chicago State. That's the first on Johnson. Vaqueros ball.
And did you see how the UTRGV bench reacted on that one? That's what you want to see out of your team in the first year under head coach Matt Frigger. It's just energy. And it's not for highlight plays like slam dunks and alley-oops, but also the little plays like taking charges, making the extra pass.
Merrick Nelson in the lane. His hook shot is good. The Vaqueros up 4-0. And a quick answer on the other end by Russian. So 4-2. Xavier Johnson from way downtown. Doesn't go. Merrick Nelson trying for the rebound. Stay with the Cougars.
Xavier Johnson took that from a well distance away, but you know, he's shown the ability to hit those throughout the season, and I'm pretty sure head coach Matt Frigger wants them to keep on shooting even if they're not falling.
Russian, layup, good. We're tied at 4. So Chukwukelu and Russian, each with baskets. They try for the alley-oop. Nelson gets knocked out of the air. Let him play. 3 ball from the left wing. Misses everything off the fingers of Betson. Vaqueros ball.
And that's not good transition offense there by Chicago State. They had numbers 3-on-2, and you pull up for a deep 3 that turns into an air ball. That is not good transition offense. You have to put that on the hardwood and take it strong to the rim and get some points out of that.
Xavier Johnson with the ball for UTRGV. Beats Justin Johnson. Doc Nelson at the top. For Mike Adewumi. There's Justin Johnson. Ball knocked out of his hands. Doc Nelson picks it back up. To the corner, Xavier Johnson misses the three. Adewumi trying for the rebound. Chicago State ends up with it, and here come the Cougars with Russian. Alexander back to Russian. Johnson. Comes baseline. There's Chukukelu for three. Banks it in.
The bank is open on Thursdays, Jonah.
And that's 7 straight points for Chicago State. The Cougars have the lead. Adewumi knocks it down.
And that's where UTRGV is getting most of their offense here early in this first half. They're attacking the middle of the paint, forcing Chicago State to make a decision. Either take the mid-range jumper or kick it out for a three-pointer. And that time they settled with an Adewumi jumper.
Russian spins, throws it up, gets foul line. This is on the first. Russian, a 58% free throw shooter this season. Off the back iron, Adewumi the rebound. Xavier Johnson to Doc Nelson. Justin Johnson to Doc Nelson. Justin Johnson again. 10 on the shot clock. It would have been good, but it's an offensive foul. So give a charge to Justin Johnson, and it's Chicago State ball.
And that was a pretty close call down there under the paint, in the paint.
That's it, bringing it down for the Cougars. Handoff for Chukukelu.
Pretty interesting offensive set Chicago State's running here.
Rivera can't get it to go, and Johnson tried to do a putback dunk, but he missed. Ball heads out, the Carroll's ball.
That was a hard foul, Jonah. He fell pretty hard on top of his left arm.
Well, don't worry, the floor is only made of wood.
Yeah.
I mean, I tip my cap to him. I don't think I'd be getting up so quickly.
No, he popped right back up. I think it kind of stunned everybody here in the field house. You can hear a collective gasp when he hit the deck, but took a second, took a deep breath, popped back up, and now playing defense.
Justin Johnson, Doc Nelson for Justin Johnson, Xavier Johnson, Justin Johnson. There's Doc Nelson again for Quinn and Johnson. Adewumi underneath, lays it in.
And that's how you beat the 2-3 zone. You got to put it in the middle of the paint, then look in the post. Great job there from Quinn and Johnson.
Vaqueros back on top. It's 8-7. Back-to-back baskets by Adewumi. Bryce Johnson misses on the other end. Doc Nelson breaking out. Bounce for Adewumi, can't hang on. Ball goes out, but it was tipped by a Cougar on the way, so the Vaqueros will retain. 26 on the shot clock.
Now checking in for the Cougars, number 25, Noah B.G. for number 23, Kingston Rivera.
Inbound for Quinn Johnson. There's Justin Johnson. Who puts it up? No good. Rebounds batted out of bounds. Cougars ball. Dominique Alexander running the offense for Chicago State. Russian. Handoff for Betson. Alexander to B.G. Ruwami. Out there with 2 fouls. A steal, Doc Nelson. Straight to the hoop. Misses. Rebound out of Woomy underneath. No good, but a foul.
Cougar foul, number 25. Noah B.G. Ruwami.
That's B.G. Ruwami's 3rd personal foul. Not even halfway through the first half. He just checked back in after picking up 2 in the opening minute of this match. He is very frustrated with himself right now.
B.G. Ruwami has played less than 2 minutes in this game. Picked up 2 fouls in less than a minute to start the game. Came out, just came back in. Gets that 3rd foul. Adewumi hits the first free throw, and B.G. Ruwami right back to the bench.
And with 3 fouls, John, I don't think we're going to see B.G. Ruwami for the rest of this first half. And it's a tremendous loss here for Chicago State. He's their biggest inside presence, brings in a lot of energy and a lot of bounce down low. Quinton Johnson gets called for an over-the-back foul. A little bit too aggressive there, trying to collect the board.
That is his 2nd, team 3rd. Now checking in for your regulars, number 11, Merrick Nelson. For number 2, Quinton Johnson II.
Merrick Nelson replaces Quinton Johnson, who now has 2 fouls. P.J. Simmons replaced Justin Johnson a moment ago as well. 3 by Chuku Kelu put Chicago State back on top. It's 10-9. Xavier Johnson in the corner. Comes underneath, feeds Merrick Nelson, who lays it in.
What an assist there by Xavier Johnson. But that all started with his 3-point ability, drawing the defense out with the threat of him possibly hitting that from deep. Then drives in, gets all the attention, easy dump pass.
Alexander shows the foul on Merrick Nelson.
Buccaneers foul on number 11, Merrick Nelson. That is his 1st, team 4th.
Left wing 3, Chuku Kelu. This one doesn't go. Adewumi underneath. Gets the rebound. Adewumi launches a 3. Doesn't fall. Betson goes to the corner. And look at the slam by Russian.
And that was a defensive breakdown for UTRGV. They were playing 4-on-5, left Russian alone. By the time Adewumi recovered, Russian just drove in for the easy 2.
Doc Nelson from the land of the 3. Can't get it in. Here come the Cougars.
Jonah, UTRGV has started this game out cold from 3, 0 for 4. Chicago State shooting 50%, 2 for 4 from deep.
Speaking of deep shots, Chuku Kelu with his 3rd 3 of the game. B.J. Simmons thought about it. Pass it off to Xavier Johnson instead.
Xavier Johnson, who picked up a foul shooting a 3. He's known to have a quick trigger, but Chicago State has to remain disciplined. they can't foul Xavier Johnson when he goes up for shots, but they also can't be too timid as to fall for a pump fake.
Should be noted that Favor Chukukelu is averaging 3.5 points per game this season and shooting .294. Check that. I think I'm looking at the wrong one. No?
Xavier Johnson.
Yes, he's averaging 3.5 points per game this season, shooting .294 from behind the arc. But he was a great three-point shooter at Miles Community College the last 2 years, shot nearly 50%. Averaged 18 points per game last year.
And just not a good offensive possession there for Russian. Almost traveled, pump faking, and then did travel when he got it on the post up again.
UTRGV can retake the lead here. They were down 4 before Xavier Johnson hit those 3 free throws coming out of the break. Now Xavier Johnson has the ball again. Pass for Simmons. Back to Xavier Johnson. He's open. Can't knock it down. Well, Johnson hit 4 3-pointers in each of the last 2 games. That's his season high in each. A 19-point game and a 20-point game.
Right now, he's just a little bit cold on a 0 for 4 from deep, but still found a way to get some points. Driving into the paint, drawing a foul.
He's got 5 free throws today. Rebound, Justin Johnson. Here come the Vaqueros. Raekwon Taylor. Justin Johnson. Throws it up with the right hand. Can't get it in. Here come the Cougars. Betson. From the top. In and out. Rebound, Justin Johnson. Simmons for Xavier Johnson. Taylor underneath. Banks it in.
Oh, what an assist there from Xavier Johnson. The bullet pass down low to Taylor and the finish. Spectacular basketball right there.
Betson for Russian. That's Alexander. Back to Russian underneath. Takes advantage of his size to lay that one in and put the Cougars back on top. Betson, slam, what a block by Merrick Nelson. And then Alexander misses the 3.
Good recovery there from Merrick Nelson. Miscommunication on the offensive end makes up for it on the defensive side, and now
Merrick Nelson gets fouled.
Cougar foul on number 15. Dorian Russian, his first, team second.
Merrick Nelson hits the first shot.
Now checking in for UTRGV number 5, Ricky
Nelson's first trip to the line today, 73% shooter.
Johnson.
Nelson hits the second shot as well. UTRGV again with the lead, 18-17. Alexander gets fouled.
Vaqueros foul on number 10, B.J. Simmons, his first, team fifth.
The three doesn't go. They try to knock it out off of Justin Johnson, but he grabs the ball. Throw it up with the right hand, no good. Offensive foul, another charge.
And even though Chicago State is a visiting team, they're making as much noise as the home crowd here at the UTRGV Fieldhouse, and that's a testament to the culture head coach Gillian has put in his first season with the program. His team's been making noise, team's been rowdy, and right now putting up a really good fight against UTRGV on the road.
Bryce Johnson, a little too deep. Ball came up short.
UTRGV ball.
And after that air ball, the UTRGV fans here at the Fieldhouse respond, making a lot of noise themselves. It's a good back and forth. The visiting team versus the home crowd.
Laquan Butler misses the layup. Along the sideline, Luis Rubio, I'm Jonah Goldberg. 7:54 to play in the first half. UTRGV up 18-17. Doc Nelson with the ball for the Vaqueros. Little floater doesn't fall. Raekwon Taylor the board and the bucket. UTRGV up 20-17. Chukukelu. Batson. Spin. Travel. That's a turnover. Doc Nelson running the offense. Came off the bench Tuesday at Stephen F. Austin. Back to his usual starting role tonight. Eric Nelson for three. It's good. Eric Nelson's got 9 points. And the Vaqueros, with their largest lead of the game, they're up 6. Rush in, stolen by Taylor.
Nice active hands there by Taylor.
Butler's pass is intercepted. Merrick Nelson takes it right back, though.
I think they're gonna want the shot clock reset. Yep, that was the reason for the stoppage. Chicago State had possession for just enough time to change the shot clock. UTRGV got it back and the scores table didn't change it. But that's all fixed.
Butler loses it. Here come the Cougars with Alexander. Ball underneath. What a block by Nelson. Rebound try blocked by Taylor. Third try goes in for B.J. Ruwami.
Base, not right there as soon as you turn, but nice job there drawing the foul by Alexander.
Chicago State unable to inbound the ball, so they're forced to call a 30-second timeout. We'll keep it right here as UTRGV's lead over Chicago State is 23-19 with 6:16 to play. UTRGV, you might remember, they were down 15-11. But before that B.J. Ruwami layup, they went on a 12-2 run. In that time, success from the line, 5 of 5 from the charity stripe while going 3% from the field. They held Chicago State 1% from the field and 0 for 5 from behind the arc to build what was then a 6-point lead before B.J. Ruwami's layup. And also, we can't overlook that. B.J. Ruwami is on the court playing with 3 fouls in the first half.
It's an interesting move here from Coach Gillian. He's putting a lot of confidence in his big man to go out there, play some solid defense, and not commit a foul. But Bijou Rami's going to have to be really careful.
Underneath, the layup by Chukukelu is good. It's a 2-point game. Simmons, layup, good. Back to a 2-possession game. 3 from the wing, doesn't fall for Johnson. Nelson the rebound. Here come the Vaqueros. Simmons along the baseline. There's Doc Nelson. Finds Merrick Nelson. Simmons. Xavier Johnson. Puts it up, no good, but a foul. Free throw's coming.
Cougar foul on number 2, Dominique Alexander. His second teammate.
Alexander's got 2 now for Chicago State. Xavier Johnson right back to the line where he's 5 for 5 today. He's 34 for 37 this season. And the first one's good.
Now checking in for the Cougars, number 11, Brandon Benson, and number 15, Corian Rushton.
Xavier Johnson hits them both. 7 for 7 from the line today. Turnover, Simmons, Xavier Johnson. Double dribble.
Those are going to be easy points for UTRGV on the other end as Russian lost his shoe and was putting it on as UTRGV was on offense. Russian able to recover the shoe and now lacing them up back again. Nice shoes, by the way.
I'm sure he'll leave you a pair if you ask nicely.
I think so.
I don't. Benson for Johnson. Out of bounds. UTRGV ball. Doc Nelson stops, pops, got it. The Vaqueros with their largest lead of the game, now at 8. It's 29-21. Rivera. Jumper, doesn't go. Stays with Chicago State. Underneath, no one there to stop Rivera.
What a good look down low for Chicago State. Rivera was setting the pick for other Cougars to go outside, and then he just slips right past UTRGB and gets the easy 2 down low.
Simmons in the corner. They've also turned over the ball 5 times. So has UTRGV during this run. Simmons hits the first one. You might remember that Simmons got fouled right before the timeout. He hits them both. Bryce Johnson drains a 3. Chicago State needed that. It's a 5-point game. Ball gets tipped out. Chicago State ball with 3:18 left until halftime. Betson, the corner for Alexander. Underneath. Nope. Doc Nelson coming down in transition, lays it in. 33-26.
That was a really strong finish there from Doc Nelson. Don't know how he got it to go, but he found a way. He has a knack for doing that.
They stopped play because Xavier Johnson lost a shoe.
So that is now 2 shoe malfunctions in one game.
Luis, have you ever had a wardrobe malfunction?
Yes, embarrassingly, yes.
Please don't tell me what it was.
I will not. It's not as embarrassing as you think, but there have been malfunctions.
Traveling, UTRGV ball.
TRGV ball.
See, the women's version of this game just went final. What was the final score, Luis?
The final score, UTRGV women's basketball with a win of 58-47 against Chicago State.
Cougars foul, number 15, Corian Russian. That is his second. Team 10.
That game taking place up in Chicago. Part of the WAC scheduling. One team's at home, the other's on the road.
At the line for UTRGV, number 0, Mike Adewumi.
Adewumi hits the first free throw.
Mike Adewumi.
35-26. Alexander. Layup by the UTRGV ball out of the timeout. Up 7. And look, I mean, Coach Gillian can be thinking as Adewumi hits the layup. If he doesn't hold UTRGV right here, the timeouts won't matter in the second half. Because these last few minutes, right, like UTRGV could make a run or Chicago State could make a run. Or it could just stay where it is. But, you know, Chicago State could make it close, make it a game. UTRGV could push it into double figures. And it all hinges on 1 or 2 baskets, 1 or 2 stops.
That's exactly right, Jonah. And for Chicago State, you just got to keep on having that high level of energy we've had so far in this first half that's kept them close, just not close enough.
Taylor. The rebound. Here comes Doc Nelson. Adewumi. There's Xavier Johnson for 3. Bang! Just like that, the Vaqueros are up 11. It's 40-29.
And that's the one person you can't leave open, Xavier Johnson. That's his first basket this entire game.
And a quick response by Bryce Johnson. Back to an 8-point game. Doc Nelson feeds Mike Adewumi. Knocked away. And here come the Cougars.
You're eventually going to get tired in these very physical conference matchups. So if Coach Figger gets a couple more student athletes back, only means good things for this UTRGV squad.
Alexander, it's the first. Actually, I should correct myself. UTRGV's only used 9 so far today. But Cheval Butters is available off the bench. Saw him for a few minutes on Tuesday at Stephen F. Austin. Final minute of the half, 6-point game. Xavier Johnson misses that 3.
And he left that one short, so it could be a sign of fatigue for Xavier Johnson. So far in this game, 7 points, 7 for 7 from the free throw line, 0 for 3 from the field.
Betson, 9 on the shot clock. That ball is heading Luis's way.
Usually takes him for this UTRGV squad. It's been cold so far in this game. Might be looking here to Doc Nelson or Quinton Johnson, who checked in.
Doc Nelson finds Xavier Johnson for 3. Doesn't go. Rebound, batted around. Chicago State has it. Time ticks down. 40-34 UTRGV. Start of the second half. They switch sides of the court. Chicago State in the black moving right to left. UTRGV in the white moving left to right. Alexander with the ball for Chicago State. Steps back for 3. Doesn't go. B.J. Ruwami taps the rebound to Bryce Johnson, who misses a 3. Adewumi the rebound, and here come the Vaqueros. Justin Johnson with the ball. Only played 9 minutes in the first half. Played all 40 minutes on Tuesday as Adewumi lays it in. 42-34 Vaqueros. Justin Johnson's played 40 minutes 4 times this year. He ranks 41st in the NCAA in minutes played, 3rd in the WAC. Second on his own team, though, behind Doc Nelson. Betson for 2. Short. Rebound Alexander. Bijuruwami underneath. Pass out for Betson. There's the wing for Alexander. There's a 3. Doesn't go. Justin Johnson the rebound. And they stop play. Doc Nelson holding his hand over his eyes.
And Doc Nelson caught a little bit of a hand. It's nothing intentional, just part of the play, but got him pretty good there.
B.J. Simmons in for Nelson, who heads to the bench, and trainer Stephen Krause to take a look. Simmons pass to Xavier Johnson. Go to Justin Johnson. There's Merrick Nelson underneath. Xavier Johnson, quick trigger 3. It's good!
And there we go. Xavier Johnson hit his first one from deep. See if he heats up.
Adewumi trying to get the steal. Ends up drawing a foul on Russian. Chukukelu is in. Bijuruwami takes the seat. Chukukelu got some big minutes in the first half, in part because of Bijuruwami's foul trouble. He's playing with 3 fouls. And it worked out pretty well for Chicago State. Their leading scorer with 11 points. Adewumi underneath to Merrick Nelson. Double dribble. Chicago State ball. Well, here come the Cougars with Johnson. Give it a Russian. Here's Betson. From the corner, it's Chukukelu. Can't get it in. Out of bounds, it'll be UTRGV ball. Merrick Nelson misses the layup. Rebound by Bryce Johnson. Here come the Cougars. Brandon Betson slammed it away by Nelson. Third block of the day for Merrick Nelson. What a swat. Xavier Johnson misses the three, gets his own rebound. Underneath for Justin Johnson, who lays it in. This game, and my wires got crossed.
The women did pick up a victory. UTRGV, that is, 58-47.
UTRGV men trying to complete this sweep effectively of the day. The three for Bryce Johnson doesn't go. Rebound out of Woomy, sends it ahead, looking for Justin Johnson. He throws it away. So Chicago State ball.
And that's the right idea for Adewumi, is get out and running with Justin Johnson, but threw the pass behind him, not in front of him. So Justin Johnson couldn't make the adjustment on the run, and back to Chicago State.
Ball underneath, and they get a foul.
And it's going to be Merrick Nelson's third personal foul with 16:23 left to go in the second half, and he's going to get subbed out for Quinton Johnson. And Coach Matt Figger wants to save Merrick Nelson for those crunch time minutes. Doesn't want him picking up a fourth foul.
Deep three from Betson, won't fall. Rebound Justin Johnson. Doc Nelson feeds Justin Johnson. There's a spin, put it up, rolls off the rim. Russian. The corner for Chukukelu. It's Alexander. It's trapped in the corner by Simmons. Gets it off to Russian. Throws up with the left hand. No. Rebound out of Woomy. Out of Woomy underneath. Late line. Try and convert a three-point play. And he does. 14.7 rebounds tonight for the grad student. 5 for 6 shooting for Adewumi. UTRGV up 16. Alexander stops, pops, short, gets it again, puts it in.
Great job there by Alexander, reading his miss, knowing that it was going to fall right back up to him.
Doc Nelson puts it in. Six points for Doc, 4 assists, 2 steals. Alexander turnaround jumper is good.
They're going to call a flop on Alexander.
Flop warning issued for number 2, Dominique Alexander of the Cougars.
Jonah, did you see much of a flop there? I thought it was pretty natural how he fell on the ground there on that tough turnaround jump shot.
Well, that's why they don't pay me the whatever bucks. The Vaqueros ball. Doc Nelson. For Simmons. There's Justin Johnson. Pass to the corner, Adewumi. Skip for Simmons. Launches a 3. Off the back iron. Adewumi skies for the rebound. Underneath, he gets fouled.
Mike Adewumi, he's a bruiser.
Cougar foul on number 25, Noah B.G. Rowanami. That is his 4th.
Well, and that's 4 fouls now on BG Ruwalami. 4 fouls in 7 minutes of action today.
It's a tough look for Berger Ruwami, but 2 Chicago State players now with 4 personal fouls, one of them Russian.
Russians played bigger minutes, 23 minutes, 9 points, 3 rebounds, 2 assists, and you know what you don't see right now is a sub.
Nope. Head coach Gillian is trusting his guys right now. Close out this game.
Well, I mean, he's only played 7 players today. He's a little short-handed. A number of players not dressed for Chicago State. They're dealing with a few injuries of their own. So you kind of get put in a position where at some point you just got to play them. And UTRGV is extremely familiar with that position.
Yes.
And I think each of the games in which they only had 7 players dressed, they ended the game with like 2 or 3 players with 4 fouls.
It's just an inevitability of basketball is fouls. It's just when you have more players on the court, you can spread them out, distribute them. So it's, you know, player ends up with 3 fouls, 2 fouls, 3 fouls, 1 foul instead of 5 fouls, 4 fouls, and 3 fouls.
A Russian on the bench, BG Ruwami is out there. Simmons for Justin Johnson. There's Doc Nelson. For Simmons. Adewumi. 5 on the shot clock. Quentin Johnson at the buzzer!
Quentin Johnson, someone who we didn't see this first half of the season, but now ever since he's returned, he's slowly starting to pick it up back to his usual self.
Traveling UTRGV ball. Doc Nelson trying to bring it up, a little pressure. Simmons. Justin Johnson right in front of the UTRGV bench. And here come the Cougars. Batson out to the wing for Johnson, who drills a 3. 3 UTRGV on top. It was a tight game for much of the first half. UTRGV pulled away late in the half. And then Chicago State came right back and made it a 6-point game. But here in the second half, UTRGV scored the first 10 points of the frame. And since then, these teams have been trading baskets and free throws to keep UTRGV's lead right at 14. Four on the shot clock. Doc Nelson finds out Adewumi. A deep 3 is off the mark. Shot clock violation. Cougars ball.
And coach Matt Figger visibly frustrated, but you can't blame him. UTRGV took a while to get into their offensive set, and then all of that just for Adewumi to heave it from half court. It's not Adewumi's fault. He just had to put it up, but not a good offensive possession for the Vaqueros.
Ball comes to the corner for Rivera. Underneath, the layup from Biju Ruwami makes it a 12-point game. Adewumi for Simmons. There's Justin Johnson coming baseline. Quentin Johnson in the lane. Hop, skip, and a shot is good, and the foul. Johnson a chance for a three-point play.
Quentin Johnson deadly from that mid-range, and he especially loves a little hop step. He always seems to do it and always seems to bring good results for Johnson. Now at the free throw line.
Quentin Johnson misses the free throw. So 14-point game. Alexander for Rivera. There's Johnson. Back to Rivera. Layup. Rolls off the rim. Rebound Justin Johnson.
And those are one of the finishes that if you're Chicago State, you desperately want here in the second half.
Quentin Johnson is open for three, and he drains it.
Oh, what a no-look pass there from Adewumi. Forced the defense over, left Quentin Johnson wide open, and he sunk it. UTRGV now with the 61-45 lead.
I guess his toe was on the line. They called it a 2.
Either way, it's a spectacular highlight.
Nelson missed the layup. Well, Rivera picks up his third foul.
Now checking in for the Vaqueros, number 11,
Merrick Nelson checks in, Quentin Johnson checks out.
Johnson the second.
Looks like Russian's going to come back in with 4 fouls.
Doc Nelson.
Doc Nelson hits the first shot.
Nelson. Now checking
Russian is in for Biju Ruwami.
So subbing 4 fouls for 4 fouls there.
Doc Nelson hits the free throw. The only other player on the bench for Chicago State that's dressed is Chukukelu. Russian knocks that one down.
And Chukukelo is Chicago State's leading scorer with 11.
Well, now tied with Russian. That one is good for Simmons. Chukukelu, all 11 points in the first half, has been held scoreless the first half of this second half, although he hasn't played that much. And there's a finish by Rivera. Back to a 14-point game. Simmons for Doc Nelson. There's the bounce from Merrick Nelson. Now Justin Johnson takes a step, pass it off to Simmons. Shot clock at 15. There's Merrick Nelson with the finish. Hanging in midair, waiting for the pass, and then he puts the ball through the hoop in a downward direction. And on the other end, Alexander misses a 3.
And for Merrick Nelson, not exactly a slam dunk, but close enough.
Justin Johnson lays it in.
Celebrating the 3rd anniversary of her 18th birthday. Thank you, Julia.
Chicago State ball off the timeout. Alexander gets fouled.
And Alexander, over these last 3 minutes, has been the only semblance of offense for Chicago State. Driving hard to the basket and either turning back and hitting a jump shot or driving all the way to the hole and drawing a foul. But so far, Chicago State is solely relying on Alexander to get him baskets. And it'll work right now for the short run, but not for the long run, as Chicago State needs to find some answers.
Johnson for number 10, B.J. Simmons. Number 23, Luke Rivera checked in.
BJ Simmons out, Xavier Johnson in for UTRGV. Pierce out, Rivera in for Chicago State. So Pierce had been in briefly, so it's actually 8 players available for Chicago State tonight, it would appear. Only out there for a few seconds. Xavier Johnson drills a 3 with 1 on the shot clock. 19-point Vaqueros advantage.
What a beautiful shot there from Xavier Johnson. Nothing but net. That's how you like it if you're a shooter.
Underneath, the ball slips 3. And here come the Cougars. Oh, what a block by Adewumi! He came out of nowhere to stop what could have been an uncontested 3. Xavier Johnson can't get it to go. And then there's a foul on Merrick Nelson.
Vaqueros foul number 11, Merrick Nelson, his 4th, team 4. Now checking in for UTRGV number 2, Quinton Johnson II.
5 blocks tonight for UTRGV. 1 each for Taylor and Adewumi, 3 for Merrick Nelson. Cougars roll the ball in with 8:09 to play.
Head coach Matt Figure right now very unhappy with something UTRGV is doing defensively, but UTRGV seems to be doing all right now.
Pijuwami misses the jumper. Here come the Vaqueros. Well, maybe he didn't like that they allowed Chicago State to roll the ball past half court. Xavier Johnson. Quentin Johnson gets it underneath. The fall away is good. UTRGV by 21.
And that's all weight room for Quentin Johnson. How much contact did you see down there, Jonah? I didn't see a basketball game. I saw a WWE wrestling match, and somehow Quentin Johnson still won it.
Alexander misses the jumper out of bounds. Currently on a 9-2 run are the Vaqueros. Xavier Johnson from the corner can't get it to fall. A foul on the rebound there. Or was it? Yeah, there was. It was on Bryce Johnson.
It was a foul. Bryce Johnson was holding Quentin Johnson's arm as he was trying to go up and get that rebound. Can't do that in basketball.
Xavier Johnson throws it away. Russian loses it underneath. Vaqueros ball.
UTRGV ball.
Alexander falling out of bounds with the ball.
And
they'll say he was pushed.
And Doc Nelson cannot believe the call, and neither can head coach Matt Figure. They're looking for an explanation. But it's as simple as you put it, Jonah. You got pushed out of bounds.
They changed their mind. No foul. They had initially signaled a foul on Doc Nelson. Now they're just going to say it's a fresh inbound. So Alexander has the ball for Chicago State. Gives it to Rivera. Adewumi. Adewumi. Quentin Johnson at the top. Has it taken away? Nope. Scrum out off of Johnson, and it'll be Cougars ball. Russian didn't get off of Quinton Johnson, so when Johnson got up, Russian was still on him, just kind of draped over him.
And nothing intentional, but still, that's a lot of contact down low for there not to be a foul called. Now the ball was loose, but there is such a thing as a loose ball foul.
I've heard of it. No good on the three. Rebound, Justin Johnson. Doc Nelson for Justin Johnson again. Tried for the dunk and he missed.
Oh, so close there. That was going to be a highlight dunk for Justin Johnson. Just couldn't get it to fall.
Russian misses on the other end. Justin Johnson the rebound for Doc Nelson.
And UTRGV is going to start slowing things down here against Chicago State. They have the lead, a sizable lead at that. No need to rush. Just get into your offensive set and milk the clock out.
Get it out of Woomy underneath, who misses the layup. Doc Nelson very frustrated. Smacked the floor after that foul call. Doc Nelson's got 3 fouls now. Batson. Pass it out to Bryce Johnson, who misses the 3. Merrick Nelson the rebound, and Justin Johnson brings it up. Johnson lays it in. 76-53.
And that's all in those calves of Justin Johnson. Just blew by Rivera.
Alexander gets fouled going for a layup.
Once again, who's at the line? Alexander.
Dominic Alexander 6 for 6 from the line today. 10 points, 7 rebounds, 5 assists. First shot good.
Now checking in for UTRGV number 10, BJ Simmons. For number 13, Xavier Johnson. Checking in for the Cougars, number 5, Favorite Chipukela.
Alexander makes them both 21-point game. Justin Johnson feeds Simmons in the corner. Bounce from Eric Nelson. Back to Johnson. No good, but a foul.
Good job there by Justin Johnson making something out of nothing. That offensive possession was going nowhere, so it's time to go. It's go time for the team's leading scorer, and draws a foul. Is going to shoot 2.
First free throw for Justin Johnson is good.
Johnson.
And then they just called Alexander for a technical. He kept on jawing with the official. Not exactly sure what he was commenting to the official, but he got whistled for the tech. And head coach Gillian is really fighting for Alexander right now. So Alexander, with that technical, now has 4 personal fouls. He's the 3rd Chicago State player with 4 fouls.
Three ball from the corner doesn't go. Simmons for Merrick Nelson underneath, banks it in.
Oh, nice cut there from Merrick Nelson, reading the open space on the floor, and a nice find by B.J. Simmons.
Three ball for Dominique Alexander is good, and the foul. And Alexander has a chance for a three-point play. Or check that, a four-point play. Wiping up a little moisture on the court. That's the stoppage. Merrick Nelson, 3 blocks today. In case you're wondering, that is one off his career high. Free throw doesn't go for Alexander. 4 minutes to play. Doc Nelson for B.J. Simmons. Raekwon Taylor launches a 3. It's good. The big man from downtown.
Raekwon Taylor has the ability to score down low, but don't give him space on the outside. He'll knock it down too. Great job there by Raekwon Taylor reading the defense.
Cut for a layup. No. Rebound. Three-pointer. Chukukelu doesn't fall. Russian again. Puts it up. No. Another try. Bijuwami and Alexander. Step back 3 is short. Oh.
Interesting move to put him at the free throw line to take these technicals.
At least the one that got knocked down. And Chicago State gets to keep the ball. .3:15 to play. Vaqueros by 24. Bryce Johnson with the ball. Gets the teardrop to fall.
That's a nice silky smooth finish over Raekwon Taylor. It's still down 22.
Merrick Nelson to Doc Nelson on the wing. There's B.J. Simmons. There's Adewumi. 9 on the shot clock. 8. Adewumi.
Adewumi was there at the rim. The ball just slipped out of his hands at the last second. Kind of just pushed it up, hoping for something, but hit bottom of the rim. It's now Chicago State's ball.
Johnson misses the 3. Ball heads out. It'll stay with Chicago State. Cheval Butters making his home debut for UTRGV. So Butters, who made his collegiate debut Tuesday at Stephen F. Austin, gets to play the final 2:26 of this one. And that means for the first time all year, UTRGV has used 10 players in a game.
It's a big milestone for this program, who's been ravaged by injuries this entire season. We can only hope that it only gets better from here on out.
Never want to see injuries on anybody. And UTRGV dressing 10 and playing 10 for the first time this year as Adewumi bounces in a 3.
Gets the friendly roll there.
Ball underneath the Bijuwami, and he gets fouled. It's on Butters. And after the first free throw, it looks like Merrick Nelson is going to replace Butters.
And that's one of the tough growing pains for Butters. Can't fall asleep on defense and then commit the foul. It's a hard lesson for Butters, but it's one that he'll take to heart and learn from. He'll have another opportunity soon.
Simmons dribbling it out. Beats Butler. Simmons spins. Oh, the corner for Merrick Nelson. Did he step out? He did, along the sideline. So Chicago State ball. Turnover. Butler bringing it down. Simmons with a minute to go. 10 on the shot clock. That one doesn't fall. Chukikalu off the side of the backboard.
Ladies and gentlemen, you'll have 24 hours to redeem your Raisin Canes, and your coupons are going to be on
Chicago State retains with 43.2 seconds remaining, 20 on the shot clock. Adewumi gets the rebound. About a 2-second differential is your shot clock and game clock.
And UTRGV is just going to dribble this one out. As the officials have called for the shot clock to be turned off, so that is going to mark the end of this one, Jonah.
So they'll just tick this one down. UTRGV defeats Chicago State 85